Don't tell me about the academic definition. I'm saying to you in context, the term xenophobia is the term that is used against South Africans whenever South Africans identify the grassroots of the problem.
Please, Ike, explain to Gareth why he and his institute are wrong.
It is nonsensical to use the term xenophobia because xenophobia is the term that is used against South Africans. Whenever South Africans, they can see the nonsense that is caused by foreigners who are here, we are called xenophobic. If you can check the statistics, the South African police, they will tell you for every violent crimes in the north of Joburg and every CBD, there's always involvement of foreigners, Nigerians selling drugs, Pakistani mafia, Cyprus mafia. We've got new crimes that never existed before 1994, like building hijackings, the rise of cocaine in the townships, prostitution, kidnappings, and all these crimes are done by foreign nationals, building hijackings, people visiting on holidays. When they come back, they find that foreigners have occupied their houses. And when South Africans are complaining, they're told that they're xenophobic. We cannot be blackmailed by terms like xenophobic. If you check the groups, like human rights groups, most of them, they've been infiltrated by the foreigners themselves who are advocating that South Africans, they must relax their borders. They must allow people here to come into this country. People who've messed up their own countries when they were liberated. They never built a single building. They were killing each other. Instead of governing each other, they were chasing. The very same white people who are here that they are following, they told South Africans that black South Africans, they've accommodated whites. They think that they're better themselves. But they're here, to mess up this country. Must we keep quiet? When people are coming here from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, simply because they're Africans like us, no, we can't keep quiet, and we are not xenophobic because all these violent crimes, they are perpetrated by foreigners on South Africans. It's not the other way around.
In general, he's telling the truth. I mean, illegal foreigners are a problem in this country, and we should put emphasis on the word illegal. It is not all foreigners who come here who abuse this country. It is those ones who come here having visas. They come here legally and their visas expire, and then they stay, ladies and gentlemen, they overstay their visa. And we are talking about those ones who come here, cross our borders illegally. Those are the people that we have a concern with. They must go back to their countries and deal with their countries. Our hospitals are overworked, they are overcrowded. These people get benefits sometimes, because they happen to marry South Africans, and then they just have these benefits, ladies and gentlemen.
Like the usage of the word xenophobic is basically an effort to blackmail the group into changing its opinion. Gareth, is that the case?
What?
No, the term xenophobia simply means a negative and hostile attitude towards foreign nationals from outside of your country. That's what the term xenophobic means. Ike is right. There are many challenges facing South Africa. High crime is certainly one of them. Inadequate housing, inadequate service delivery, high levels of poverty and unemployment are all challenges facing South Africans. But if you're talking about statistics, we know from the best available data from Statistics South Africa that only about 6.5% of our population is foreign born. In other words, born outside of South Africa. And that includes people who've become South Africans, people who are here in business, people who are here on economic migrants, or here illegally or undocumentedly. So it's not that group of people is committing most of the crime. We know from police data that a vast majority of all crimes in South Africa are committed by South Africans. Yes, there are foreign nationals who do commit crimes, but out of the almost 4 million foreign nationals in the country, a very small proportion of them are committing the crimes. And when they do commit crimes, they tend to work hand in hand with local South Africans. It's very rare to find these guys who are committing crimes from other countries doing it on their own. So we do have a high crime rate and a problem with crime, but the solution is not to target all people from other countries. The solution is to ensure that our government is accountable. It fixes the problems that we're facing, unemployment, poverty, and so forth, and it improves policing. we're getting distracted by thinking the problem is foreign nationals. All the data, all the evidence shows the problem is not foreign nationals. The problems are much deeper, systemic, and have historical roots. All we're doing is getting distracted by looking at people from other countries.
You cannot talk of data when
Please.
people are not documented. Some
Please.
people are telling you that there are about 15 million. Some saying there are more. Even the department, the government departments, they don't even have the number of foreigners. Some of them, they are not
Thanks.
caught. We've got people just walking on the borders. In Lesotho, illegal mining. We know illegal mining is done by the Lesotho nationals. Building hijacking is done by Nigerians. Fake products, alcohol, fake products. Every product is done by Somalis, is done by Ethiopians, is done by Chinese. All these crimes, to talk of statistics, you're basing on what? Because people are here. Some they've obtained our IDs fraudulently.
Okay.
So you can't talk of statistics now.
Okay, now
But we can
let me
see
add one question here.
yes.
Now, according to Cambridge Dictionary, the definition of xenophobia is extreme dislike or fear of foreigners. I just want to ask you.
South Africans do not dislike or fear foreigners, ladies and gentlemen. We want our country's laws to be respected by people who come here from other countries. That's just an easy ask,
The way you described the Nigerians, Somalians, don't you think that fits into that definition?
Let me tell you this. Don't tell me about the academic definition. I'm saying to you in context, the term xenophobia is the term that is used against South Africans whenever South Africans identify the grassroots of the problem. I can also say that it is xenophobic when you go into another man's country and start to kidnap the 12-year-old and you start to prostitute their children. You start to break all laws. You start to take jobs that are not scarce skills jobs, because people who are here, they're not taking, they are not bringing skills. They are not bringing anything. They're coming with fake qualifications. Many of them, they're coming with fake PhDs in camps with curfew. They are roaming all over. You go all the cities in South Africa.
Okay, Ike, you made a point. I want to move to Andrew now. Andrew, now Ike says that...
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst kind of people in this world are white liberals who will convince you, who will try to convince you with everything in their heart and in their minds that feeling compassion for evil is the right thing to do. They'll tell you these people, they come from these countries, you must feel sorry for them. During apartheid, they were with you. Garbage. We have the laws, and we only have so much money that we can spend on the resources that the South African people need. Now, if we add people who come here illegally, who do not pay taxes, who do not contribute positively to our society, and we just keep being nice and giving them money, they have populated South Africa. Everywhere you turn is an illegal immigrant. They now even have babies because they married some of our women in South Africa, and we must be quiet. Mr. Ike is 100% correct on that, and that is that on that. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you are notified every time that we upload a new video. We are out of here.